At Western Illinois University,
works better if you push the right button. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Abington Avon High School in Abington. I got it right today. Did you see that?
Did.
I did.
I'm
I got it right.
You.
I'm Dwayne Hulett. Alyssa Evans is alongside, running the camera and doing a little talking as well. We're getting ready for the JV contest, I think, right?
Yeah.
Since when they start doing starting lineups for JV?
I don't know. They did, and they started freshman games too, so I don't know.
Huh. They didn't do them the other night.
The freshmen?
When I was here last week in South Fulton, they didn't do JV starting lineups.
I don't know then.
I don't know. Lexi Begner. Audrey Rushing. She is number 30 and a sophomore. Layla Strom, a freshman, number 22. Number 25, Gia Funk, a freshman. Number 14, Jade Conley, a sophomore. Number 16, number 1, Aggie Bauman, is the libero, and also starting number 16, Aubrey Wilkins. And here comes the starting lineup for your Tornadoes. Number 3, Camden Hall. Number 2, Emily Wallace. Number 1, Ava Patch. Vivian Bigger, number 14. Number 4, Mackenzie Creek. Number 22, Cayenne Andrews. What do you think he's doing?
I don't know.
Are you lost? Oh. We get ready to go here. Both teams come out to their starting lineups, and we'll get ready to go. Fresh, soft action, a little different than normal there as they did the starting lineups. Most schools do not do that. They threw me off, like I was saying to Alyssa, because they didn't do that the game I was here. Did they?
Did that the first game, and I think they did. Yes, they did.
Did I miss it?
I don't know. Are you just not remembering things?
That's a possibility. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that's a distinct possibility.
Gonna have to nickname you Dory.
That's funny. They've got all 6 of their players plus the libero out on the floor for Elmwood. That's a little different than normal. In the huddle. Or at least maybe I just don't remember that either. Who knows? It's been that kind of day, I guess. It's been a long weekend.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
It's been a long weekend, and today was supposed to be Labor Day when laborers were not supposed to work, and I've worked all weekend. And extra today. It's just not right, Alyssa.
Hey, look on the right side. You get to see me.
That is true. You're making my day.
I'm glad. You make my day, too.
Aw, that's too sweet. Your mom said you were mean.
My mom did not say that.
You're right, she did. But it sounded funny. You got all defensive. You think your mom's watching right now?
No, but my dad probably is.
I should have said your dad said it then. We are underway here as going to come to the near side, and Vivian Bigger hits one into the net, a hitting error. And the first point of the match goes to Elmwood. The Elmwood Brimfield Trojans in the house. And another hitting error. 2 straight points for the Trojans and number 9, Aggie Bauman. No, it's number 9, not number 1. Lexi Begner. And another one. I'm all discombobulated here, folks. I apologize. There's an overpass and a double hit as it was number 22, Layla Strom. Maybe Alyssa a little surprised it came over. She hesitated and hit it into the net. Back to serve is Emily Wallace. Trouble on the serve receive. They got a couple touches but couldn't get it over. Wallace is going to get the first point of the night from the service line for Abington Avon. So Wallace will be back to serve it again. She always serves from dead center of the court. It's going to be a free ball sent across. Wallace is there. Here's the set. Outside, Creek brings it across. It's dug in the front row. Back outside. It comes on the attack. Blocked down by Vivian Bigger.
Uh-oh, they're tied.
Uh-oh. Wallace got her second service point. We're tied at 3. Pushed across. Oh, that wasn't called a double hit, to be honest with you. 3-3. Pushed across on a free ball by Audrey Rushing. Now they're going to be a free ball back the other way. That was Strom got it up. Now Rushing sends it across. Punched back, deep back row, dug by the libero Bauman. Now it's going to be a free ball back across again. Wallace is there. Bump set. Bigger is going to push it across. It's dug to the net, punched across, and a back row attack, or a lift. Actually, she called it a lift. So it's another point, and the Tornadoes have the lead for the first time tonight. So each server for respective teams in the first serve scored 3 points apiece. Let's see if Emily Wallace can make a fourth. There's Patch, Ava Patch, going to get the kill, and Wallace will get that fourth point we were talking about just a second ago. And it's 5 straight points for A-Town, and they lead 5-3. Wallace back to serve again. Short, dug, and overpass. Patch is there, and she hits that one out of bounds. And a side out going back to serve is going to be number 30, Audrey Rushing. She's a sophomore for Elmwood. Dig. Bigger tips it across. She'll get the kill. Second touch. She tipped it across. Side out. And Vivian Bigger gets her first kill to go along with her one block. Subs coming in and out. Coming in to serve is coming in is Ella Timmons. Going out is number 22, Cayenne Andrews. Now Patch's jump serve is dug by Bauman. Bump set. Oh, back row attack by Kinsey Hess, who's in the game. And out of system and a lack of communication. Lexi Begner, number 9, is the setter. She had to take that attack, and it was nobody there.
How she jumps.
Yep, a jump serve, second one, and that one's an ace. Patch has a very good jump serve. We talked about that in our first game that you and I did together. I talked about that some, and she was very successful in the JV game serving for A-Town in that one as well. So she's picking up where she left off. A-Town leads 8-4.
And there's a timeout on Elmwood.
A timeout called by Elmwood, as Alyssa says. 30 seconds left, and do you want to tell you, Alyssa's still selling ads. You want to get a hold of her, right?
Yeah.
TSSR ad sales at gmail.com. Send her an email. She'll be more than happy to get back with you. Send you a
information sheet.
Yeah. A trifold, which will obviously not be trifolded if she emails it to you, but it will be a PDF file with all the information you need. As Patch is back to serve again. Long run, big jump, deep serve. Bauman is there. It's another ace. She's got 2 aces in a row, 3 points total, and it's 9-4. Patch takes a really long run on the serve as well. And that one's into the net. Service error. So she's serving 750 right now. Back to serve for the Trojans, number 22's Layla Strom. Into the front row, number 14, Jade Conley. Attack is an overpass. Bigger's there. Bumped across. Back set from the right side on the attack. And a kill, number 25, Gia Funk. And Strom goes back to serve again. She gets her first point. Oh, let's serve. They got it up. Free ball sent across by Creek. Outside on the attack. That was number 14, Conley. Now it's going to be Bigger pushing it deep left corner. They're out of system again, a bump set. Now a free ball is going to be coming across. Patch is there. Here comes the set. Outside, Creek pushes it across, and a double hit is called. And another point for Layla Strom. And it's a 2-point game now, 9-7. Are you yawning over there?
No, I'm just
Patch.
tired.
That would be yawning. Bigger sends it across. Bump set, back row attack coming, and it's out. Good job by Patch to let that go on the attack from Strom in the back row. A side out gives a point back to the Tornadoes.
I was yawning with Wyatt on Friday, too.
Well, at least I know it's not just me. An ace by Vivian Bigger. And the Tornadoes extend the lead back to 4 at 11-7. Set near side, a hitting error. That was an attack by Aubrey Wilkins, who knew it almost instantaneously. You might have saw her hands go to her face as soon as the ball hit the top of her fingers. And that is not going to work more often than not. Begner gets it to the right side, and Begner set was to Funk, and Funk goes into the net. So another point. What's so funny about that?
Nothing. Just the way you worded that.
Funk goes into the net.
Okay.
What's wrong? That's exactly what happened.
You could have just said she touched the net. You know, there's that too.
She got into the net. There's a passing error. Another point. I don't know why you're making fun of me today.
Because it's fun.
The folks at home do not want to listen to you make fun of me. Bigger serves it up again. Punched across, and a kill on a little tip kill by Aubrey Wilkins. Stops the bleeding, side out. 14-8. Going back to serve is number 25, Gia Funk. Deep serve, Patch goes to get it. Wallace with a bump set. And oddly enough, the setter, Creek, sends it across. Not Creek, excuse me. The setter is number 3. I'll get it right in a minute. Hall send it across. And another point. So Funk gets her first service point. You need to work on your yawning. No yawning on air. There's a free ball. It's going to fall across and a side out. You got to learn to silent yawn if you're going to yawn.
Okay, you know what? I'm not yawning, okay?
Okay. Well, whatever that is, do it silently.
I'll work on that.
Here's an attack, middle, and a kill for number 16. Aubrey Wilkins gets another kill. And another side out. Back the other way. Coming back in is number 30, rushing. Going out is number 6, Kenzie Hess. Back serving number 14, Jade Conley. Deep and out on the attack for number 15, Ella Timmons. So the point for Conley. Patch went to get it. Bigger's going to set it outside. Wallace on the attack. Dug by Conley. Now the setter in the front row is Funk, but there for the block was Timmons. And she'll go back to serve. Timmons gets the block and the side out. And checking rotation now. So they're checking alignment because Funk is actually a back row player. She's up in the middle front there behind who the middle is, and that's an out of a service error and a side out. Timmons goes out. Checking back in is Andrews, back to serve the libero. Number 1, Aggie Bauman.
Do you see like we should just spin the ball? It's pretty interesting.
Who hit that?
I don't know.
You need to be more helpful than that.
Wow.
Camden Hall back to serve on the side out, and she gives it back with the service error.
You're supposed to be watching. I'm just recording.
Well, I was fixing. The other scoreboard popped up on the screen all of a sudden. I'm not real sure why. There's the serve by Begner. Free ball sent across by Hall. Now the attack out of bounds, far side by Funk. Funk back in the front row as Begner comes back in to serve. They play a 6-3. Meanwhile, a 5-2 being played by the Tornadoes. Back serve is Wallace. Conley took it. Free ball is going to come across from Begner to Wallace. Near side, Bigger on the attack. She's going to push one down the line, and it's going to be a kill. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you put it, and Vivian Bigger gets her second kill. Wallace gets her 5th service point. Deep, Conley goes down to get it again. Punched up, bumped over. Patch, back to Patch, deep and out. Oh, and somebody was in the net. Do believe it was number 22, Layla Strom, in the net. Timeout charged to the Trojans. We'll take one as well. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back here to Abingdon-Avon High School. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, coverage of the A-Town Tornadoes. Volleyball tonight. Elmwood Trojans in the house. There's Funk sending that one across. And that was one of those, Wallace was in no man's land, so to speak. She knew she was right at the line. The ball was dropping almost straight down, and she just couldn't decide until the last minute whether she should take it. She decided to try to take it, but couldn't make a good pass. Back to serve is Rushing. Patch pushes it across. Rush on dig. Begner, near side Conley. Dug in the back row by Wallace. There was Hall. Bigger puts it across. Now Begner back again to Conley. Hall pushes this one deep. Nice push, but back there was the libero Bauman. That's deep and out of play on the attack by Strom. After the side out, we'll get another one, and Ava Patch is going to be back to serve. She served 3 points earlier, 2 of them aces. In to play the front row again is Ella Timmons, the sophomore. She's got a block and 2 kills, or a block, no kills. And another service error. side out. Back to serve, number 22, Layla Strom. She had 2 service points in her last service. And that's an overpass. And a hitting error into the net by Aubrey Wilkins. And another side out back to the Tornadoes. Vivian Bigger going back to serve. And the Trojans have had several opportunities at overpasses right at the net and have struggled to get them back over there. There's one. And, oh, nice job of turning that one. Oh, nice job to dig it out of the net by Begner. Patches there, though. Here comes Hall outside. Creek's going to push it across. Begner goes down to get it. They're out of system. To the net it comes. And Funk couldn't dig it out of the net that time. And it's another point for the Tornadoes. They lead 23 now. Bigger has her 5th service point. Free ball across and out. Communication, a bit of a struggle for Elmwood here in set number 1. Bigger back to serve with her 6 service points and a chance to end this one here. Deep, hard serve. Ballman digs it up. Begner out to Funk, who hits it in the net, a hitting error. And set number 1 goes to the Tornadoes, 25-15. We'll take a break. We'll come back with set number 2 in just a few minutes. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back here to Abington Avon High School. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Both teams came back about a minute early, so we came back a little early as well. If you're wondering why you're not hearing Alyssa, she was snacking during her break and was still chomping on bugles when we went live. So now I have to leave the microphone off until she stops laughing. But she'll be back in just a moment, I promise. Back to serve to start things off, Begner. Nice back row attack by Andrews. Outside, Wallace on the attack, off the block and down. Abusing the block was Wallace, and the Tornadoes take a 1-point lead to open things up here. Wallace gets her 2nd kill. Now back to service Hall. And an ace for Hall. Camden Hall gets the point and the ace. She did not score a point in the first set. Oh, a net serve and a side out. Alyssa is back with us. Alyssa, what do you think the Trojans need to do different here in set number 2 to get a win?
Communication.
I was wondering if you're going to come up with the right answer, and you absolutely did. They didn't do a lot of things wrong. Just communication is a big problem. Beckner, and it's going to be Conley hitting it out. A side out one more time. It's 3-1. Now going back to serve will be Emily Wallace. She had 6 service points along with Bigger. That's dirty. That came across just above the net and dropped just past the 10-foot line. The libero Ballman went diving for it, could not get there. As Emily Wallace gets her 7th point, her first ace, though. That goes deep, but right at Ballman again. Back row. The libero with an attack, and she's going to get the kill. A back row attack and kill for Aggie Ballman, the libero for the Trojans. Side out. You don't see the libero getting very many kills, but give some props to Ballman right there. She got one. Here's back to serve. Number 22, Strom, and she drops one in the corner. That's an ace. Strom now has 3 service points, her first ace. She'll go back to serve again. It's 4-3. Andrews is there. Hall tracks it down. Bigger's going to push it across. She does. Conley, or no, that's not Conley. That's Hess with the dig. That's deep corner. Conley paints the line in the back, and she ties the game. Strom gets another service point. Conley gets the kill. Andrews, Hall. It's going to be a free ball from Creek. Deep. Begner going to get punched across, literally, by Wilkins. Now middle. Patch off of Begner and down. A kill for Ava Patch. And the Tornadoes retake the lead. Back to serve will be Patch. Timmons comes back in. Andrews sits down. So it's Timmons, Creek, and Bigger in the front row. Tipped across, a nice one, but coming up for the dig was Wallace, and then a tip kill again by Vivian Bigger. She's got 3 kills. Patch now has 4 service points. And an ace as Hess and Bauman do not do the one thing that Alyssa said they needed to do in this set, communicate. 5 points, 3 aces for Ava Patch. Overpass, and Bigger is there again. Feeding the bear, and Bigger was hungry. She throws it down, and it's 8-4. Patch with another service point. Deep, Bauman digs it up. Conley went to get it. Funk, who's now the setter, sends it across. Middle, Timmons, left-handed tip. Funk with the dig. They're out of system, but Begner's there, so it's okay. Dig, overpass, off the net, up, and they can't get it. Conley is going to get the kill. Actually, it's more than one touch, so it's not a kill, just a side out. It's 8-5. Funk going back to serve now. So Funk was actually, they were not out of system. Begner was the setter in that scenario. Bauman is there. Now Funk on the set, middle to Wilkins. Patch on the dig. Hall going to back set to Bigger. Bigger pushes it across. Man, if only there was illegal hits on the first ball, but Hess can't control it. Another kill for Bigger. She's got 5. She'll go back to serve now with her team up 9-5. Bigger serve near right side. Hess goes down and goes into the net. Nobody there to dig it out. An ace for Vivian Bigger. She's got 7 points. That's her second ace. 10-5 the score. 10-5, good buddy. That's not how that goes, is it? Ace! Deep as Hess struggles to get to that one. That was a little bit of a floater. I think it kind of fooled her. Looked like at first it might go down a little bit, and it did not. Went off her arms, and it's 11-5 Tornadoes. Hess, nice pass that time. Wilkins. Hall pushes it across. On the attack, that was number 10, Ava Tippett. And in the net, somebody.
10.
It was Tippett. Man, I jinxed her. Bigger gets another service point.
Announcer's curse.
It was, no kidding. I'm sorry, Ava. Blame that one on me. 12-5, the score. Bigger serves it up again. Tippett's there. Funk, not sure. Oh, that's in the net. Yeah, I was going to say. Yep, Hall went up a little over-anxious. Everything was going their way. They went for a big kill right there, and it didn't work out. Hess is going to leave. Rushing comes back in. Conley going back to serve. Number 14, Jade Conley. She's got 1 service point and 1 kill. Wallace, not a great pass, but got it there. Timmons on the attack. It's tipped. It's tipped. They got one more chance. They get it across. Bigger is there. Hall tips it backwards, and it's going to fall. A campfire defense in full effect right there for Elmwood as everybody was standing around with their hands looking at the fire, and the ball dropped right in between them. And it's another point as Hall gets the tip kill. That's Hall's first kill. It's 13-6. Another timeout charged to Elmwood. And you can always tell when communication is not working very well, Alyssa, when the campfire defense starts happening.
Yeah.
Everybody's standing around waiting for somebody else to go get the ball.
Yep.
That's kind of, that never happens for me at the food line. I never stand around and wait. I go right to it.
What's your favorite food? Tacos?
No, I don't like tacos.
I
love tacos, but I don't like. It's not my favorite.
I love me some chicken tacos or chicken Alfredo.
Meatloaf has got to be one of my top.
Of course you like meatloaf.
I do like meatloaf. The cookies down here are pretty good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for halftime so I can give you some.
Creek serve into the nets. Out of bounds. 14-6. Creek gets the service point, her first. Deep serve. Ballman let it right up on her a little bit, but she got to it. She's going to try another attack, but Tippett was in her way. Tippett was a kind of a little, what do I want to call it there? Hindering her progress. How about that? Creek's got another point. Tippett now gets into the net. Creek, who had not scored in her first service, his first couple services actually, he's got 3 of them now here at 16-6. Tippett way out of bounds.
Definitely getting her frustration out.
Yeah, frustrations, Alyssa, are starting to show at this point, aren't they?
Yep.
Creek to serve it up again. And communication falls apart again. An ace for Mackenzie Creek. She's got 5 straight service points. That's her first ace, and it's 18-6. Deep serve, more trouble. That one's off Conley. Good job of tracking it down, though, by rushing to get the free ball across. Hall, back row attack, Patch drops. Oh, Bauman with a big dig. Timmons is there. Hall, back to Timmons, deep and out. That was a huge dig by Aggie Bauman. Coming up, the libero, doing what she's supposed to do, but getting a big dig, and slows the offensive roll a little bit at least for the Tornadoes. Bauman goes back to serve, see if she can start something off. An overpass? No, it's right to the net. It's tipped across, hit right back over. That might be an overpass. That's going to be tipped down. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 people hit that ball. It's going to have to go across. Hall gets it across. Rushing, drops it down. It's a block. We'll give block assists to Timmons and Hall. And back to serve will be Timmons. This is Ella Timmons, the sophomore, with her team leading 19-7, serving it up. Deep hard serve, deep left corner actually, and it's an ace. First point of the match, first ace of the match for Timmons, and the Tornadoes lead by 13. That one dropped short. Hall goes up to knock it across. Tippett sends it out to Rushing, and Rushing's going to get a kill. Side out. Rushing gets her first kill of the night. Back to serve is going to be the aforementioned number 10, Ava Tippett. Creek. Hall sets up to Patch. Patch drives one, and she would have been out of bounds anyway, but they call in the nets. Tippett gets her first service point of the night. Bigger. Nice pass to Hall. Out to Patch. Drops it down. Took a little off that one. And Ava Patch gets her third kill of the night. And it's 21-9. Begner coming back in. Tippett going out. Back to serve. The setter, Camden Hall. Back set. Rushing. Waited on it, and that didn't wait quite long enough. Got up and got down too quickly and just hit the ball with her tops of her fingers. And if you've ever done that, it hurts a bunch.
Did you know I played volleyball in middle school?
And again, Begner should always go for that second touch. And 23-9, timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back. As out of the timeout, it's 23-9, set 2. Tornadoes up 1-0 on the brink of sweeping the Trojans. Nice hard serve by Hall and an ace. Probably being a little generous giving her an ace, but I'm going to give her one anyway. 3 service points, 2 aces to go along with a block assist and a kill. Rushing sends it across. Hall pops it up. Patch hits it deep right corner. Conley's there. Middle it comes. Into the nets.
Double hit
by Strum. And that is how it ends. 25-9 in set number 2. 25-15, 25-9. Abington Avon wins the JV contest in 2. We'll be back in just a little bit. Actually, let me give you some stats before we leave. JV action here. Ava Patch had 6 service points, including 3 aces. She also had 3 kills. Emily Wallace had 7 service points, including an ace and 2 kills. Camden Hall had 3 service points, including 2 aces, a block assist, and a kill. Mackenzie Creek had 5 service points, including an ace. All of those were in set number 2. Vivian Bigger finished with 9 service points, including 3 aces. She also had 5 kills and 1 block. Ella Timmons had 1 service point. It was an ace, and she also had a block and a block assist. And that's the stats for the Tornadoes. Of course, those are unofficial. Lexi Begner had 3 points for the Trojans. Ava Tippett had 1 service point. Aggie Bauman had a kill for the Trojans, the libero. Jade Conley had 1 service point and 1 kill. Aubrey Wilkins had 2 kills for the Trojans. Layla Strom had 4 service points, including an ace. Gia Funk had 1 service point and 1 kill. Audrey Rushing had 1 kill. And that's the stats for the JV contest. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the varsity game in just a little bit. You've been watching A-Town Tornadoes Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.